Alright, I'm back. It's time for another Star Wars review, and today I'm finishing up the second X-Wing Rogue Squadron Omnibus with Requiem for a Rogue. Now, Requiem for a Rogue is another Michael Stackpole story. Rogue Squadron goes to Iatu 6 to help this Botham shuttle, because apparently it's crashed or something. And it's on this planet, and they go to rescue it, and suddenly they're attacked by an Imperial squad of TIE fighters. Wedge is shot down. So with Wedge gone, Rogue Squadron finds the Botham shuttle, which appears to maybe be sabotaged. Who knows? The planet's making them do weird crap, like Jansen nails a Botham. He gets it on with that furry. You know what I mean? Well, you know. He does that, and just weird things. People are like, well, this planet's just affecting us. So meanwhile, Wedge runs into our villain, Katerium, who was like some sort of Imperial janitor. He's not a human. And the Empire was kind of racist. And they're very xenophobic, so he found Sith magic. This is like Palpatine's old Sith temple or something, and he's been controlling these things called the Urukeen, and they're the four-armed gigantic beasts, and he's been controlling their minds and having them fly TIE fighters and stuff. Well, the Urukeen keep like attacking the Bothans and Rogue Squadron. Like every night they attack them, and Duer, kind of in like a siege, like they try to take the temple. Duer almost dies, and he becomes sort of a prisoner, so to speak. Wedge escapes, but Duer becomes prisoner. And Duer this whole time has been having issues because he's been hearing the music of the temple, because, you know, he has that special hearing. And Hirian and Hobby get really badly injured. And we're going into spoilers here. So, Geoff Dusty is like kind of the main Bothan of the ship. And he went to the temple for a reason. He wanted the Sith magic. And apparently he has some of his own Bothan magic, and the two magic people fight, kind of. And Duer tries to take control of everything, and then he and Hirian have like a psychic connection for some reason, and Hirian flies a broken X-Wing into the temple and blows it all up. And Rogue Squadron gets backed up by Plur and her forces, and they escape Iatu 6. What I think of this book, it was not that great. Coming off of Warrior Princess, this was one of those. This was at a time where there's a lot of magic things going on in Star Wars. Lots of things like Sith possession and just sort of not talked about stuff in the Star Wars universe anymore. Sith magic was a big thing. If you've read any of Tales of the Jedi, they talk about Sith magic, and they use Sith magic. It's like using the poisons and stuff. It's kind of the dark side of the Force, but it'd be embedded in things, and it's hard to explain what Sith magic really is. And that's the dampener of this story. You really don't know. You don't care about this villain. It's kind of one-dimensional. The Bothans are annoying, and it's just a weird story. It ends, it's kind of a depressing ending. But yeah, so that's I should talk about the art. The art is atrocious in this. It's very 90s. It's very dated. Especially humans and Bothans look really, really bad. The other races are they're like okay. But humans and Bothans just look like garbage. It's just awful to look at. So yeah, that's I give this 2 out of 5 stars. Because not only is this story not that great, the art is just absolutely horrible. So, yeah. Now, if you want to get this, how do you get this one? Well, I have the single issues of this. Like, I think I have all of them. Those are the easiest to get. This goes for a lot of money on eBay. Like, I'm talking $75 on eBay to get this omnibus, which also has the the Rogue Squadron Special, Battleground Tatooine, and Warrior Princess in it. And this is the one I recommend. You can buy it digitally on Comixology.com, which is really cool. But if you want to print, the trade isn't too expensive for Requiem for a Rogue. It's one of the ones you can still kind of find easily. So yeah, that's my review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a little brief, but you know, there wasn't much to talk about in this one. Join me next time when I review the actual Star Wars something. I have some other reviews coming that are different. But join me when I review this, one of the best Star Wars books ever written, Darth Plagueis.